This video isn't about comparing VST plugins to hardware or anything like that. It's just about my biggest issue with VST plugins, and maybe it's something that you should be concerned with too. I'm Zane, welcome to Audio Tech TV. Now let's just jump into my DAW here and I'm going to show you something. So look at all of these plugins that I have in here, and I know I have some really great ones. There's some paid ones, there's a lot of free ones in here. They do some amazing things. So what's my problem with VST plugins? Well, I have too many of them. It's really easy to build a library of plugins, and there's a lot of great ones, so I understand wanting to keep putting more and more into your plugin folder. But what happens is you forget about some great plugins that you were using, or maybe you used them just once and you never really got to master it. It could add a lot of great things to your future tracks. But because you're constantly adding in there, you're not really mastering any of your plugins. You're just trying out new ones constantly. And also having a huge plugin library like this makes it a little more difficult to find the plugins you're looking for, which is a great reason why you should keep your plugins organized. But the biggest problem for me is constantly trying new plugins and never mastering that core set of plugins to use in every track. Now, I know on my channel I do videos where I try to mix a song using free plugins or a certain set of plugins, something like that. But when I'm working on music outside of the YouTube videos, I do have a core set of plugins that pretty much make it into every single track that I create, because I know these plugins, I know what they're going to do. I don't have to think too hard about them. I just load them up, dial them in, and away I go. Now, I do find a lot of great gems when I'm looking at free plugins or even paid plugins, and some of those do make it into my regular rotation, but I'm not constantly trying all new plugins in every project. I'm just trying one or two new ones to see how they fit with the other set of core plugins that I always use. And my core plugins are pretty much the plugins that you would find in the Waves Gold bundle. I've used those for years, and it's just kind of what I learned on, so I continue to go to those plugins. So my recommendation to you is to put together a set of core plugins that you'll use in all of your projects. These are plugins that are going to be your go-tos, so you know them inside and out. You know what they're going to do with your music, and if anything comes up where you need a different sound or something like that, experiment with one or two new plugins in every project. And then that way you're really going to be mastering those core plugins. You always have those are your go-tos, and you're not experimenting with replacing all of your plugins with new ones in every project. And this way you're going to start to finish more music, which means you're going to need more song ideas. And if you never want to run out of any song ideas, click the video on the screen right now. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.